Good afternoon and welcome to John's Motorcycle Rescue and Review. This is an introduction video for a project that I did. This is actually a 1982 Honda CB900 Custom. And I bought this bike earlier this year as a non-runner. It was in need of some serious carburation cleaning and revamping. I will go over some of the modifications that I did to the bike in a later video and more in depth, but this is just to kind of give you an overview. The bike runs fantastic now. It has, as far as deviations from stock, really the only thing that's different is the Mac 4-into-1 header. And this was on it when I purchased it, and I did pull it off and refinish the pipes and clean up the chrome a bit. It also has new tires, all new fluids. I do have a couple of items that I will probably address in the future, including the addition of some Spiegler brake lines. The lines that are on this currently are not bad. It does stop well for a vintage bike. The Spiegler units just will add an extra margin of safety to it. These bikes are just getting more and more rare. The CB900 Custom was a unique bike. Some of the things that set it apart: when it debuted in 1980, it has a 16-valve motor versus the 8-valve motor that was found in the Suzukis and the Kawasaki's. It was a little bit smaller at 900 cc's, and this one is shaft drive. As well, Suzuki and Kawasaki both had shaft drive motorcycles. Suzuki was the only one at the time that had a shaft drive custom style motorcycle, and the Custom just is indicative of it being more of a cruiser style bike with a peanut tank and more of a teardrop tank, and the wider lower handlebars. The feet were a little bit more forward than you would find on a Super Sport. The Honda had, as was popular back in the day, the Honda had air suspension, front and back. The nice thing on the Honda is, as compared to Suzuki or Kawasaki, the front suspension is linked, as well as the back suspension. So it's a little bit more complex. Most manufacturers got away from the air shocks over time just because it's a little bit of a hassle, and most people did not know how to properly adjust it. It does have very decent sized brakes. It actually has the dual piston calipers in the front, and it's got 2 of them. So again, for a bike of its era, and a heavy bike at that, it does stop well even with the stock brakes on it. It does have the dual piston caliper in the back. The Honda motor is very, very smooth. And another thing that really sets the CB900 Custom apart from the rest of the bikes of the era was it was the only bike that I'm aware of that has a dual range 5-speed transmission. So you basically get 10 gears. The effect of it is maybe not what you would think. You basically use your normal shifter 1 through 5, and then once you have gotten into 5th gear, if you go out on the highway, you can use your heel and click it up into high range, and that essentially gives you a 6th gear, which is a nice, again, especially on bikes of the era, everybody else was a 5-speed, so to have a bike with that overdrive was very nice. Then if you can use your shifter again normally, and it goes, it's essentially a 5-speed now in high range. The only difficulty or kind of inconvenience is it's a little bit awkward to put it back into low range, and something easier done once it's at a stop. So again, that's just an overview of the 1982 CB900 Custom, and we will do a ride video shortly.